All right, so on factory floors all over the world, there's this quiet revolution happening. And it's not about building bigger, stronger machines. Nope. It's about making them smarter. We're talking about machines that can literally tell you they're about to break. So today, let's dive into the incredible power of AI-powered predictive maintenance. So, what if a machine, your machine, could tell you it was about to break down, maybe even weeks before it happens? I mean, think about that. Not after the chaos, but before. This isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is the real deal. It's the core promise of a technology that's completely changing the game for manufacturing. And that right there, that is the fundamental shift we're talking about. We're moving away from, this world of reactive chaos where you just wait for something to break and then everything grinds to a halt. Super expensive downtime, right? Instead, we're entering this new era of proactive control. It's all about scheduling repairs when you want to and just keeping everything running like a well-oiled, machine. Okay, so to really get why this is such a game changer, we gotta look at how things used to be done. For decades, right? The motto was basically, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But man, that approach has a really steep price tag, and a lot of it is hidden. That price is just chaos. When you wait for a critical machine to fail, you're signing up for unplanned shutdowns that just stop production dead in its tracks. Suddenly deadlines are blown, costs are going through the roof, and, here's the really scary part, an unexpected breakdown can be a huge safety hazard. It's a system built on putting out fires, not preventing them from starting in the first place. So you might be asking, how did we get from that chaotic model to something so predictive? Well, it definitely didn't happen overnight. It's been a pretty clear evolution, actually. So you see here, we started way back in the past with that reactive model, fix it when it breaks. Total chaos. Then we got a little smarter and moved to preventative maintenance. That's where you fix things on a regular schedule. The problem is you end up replacing parts that are totally fine. It's just wasteful. And that's exactly why the future is predictive. It's about using data to find that perfect sweet spot, fixing a machine right before it's about to fail. Okay, so the big question, how does this whole prediction thing actually work? Well, the secret is learning how to listen to the machines. And the language they're speaking? It's data. This is where AI basically becomes this incredible industrial crystal ball. And the process is actually surprisingly simple when you break it down. First, you've got sensors. Think of these as the machine's nervous system. They're constantly collecting data on its vitals, things like temperature, vibration, pressure. Then, step two, the AI algorithms get to work. They're sifting through this mountain of data, looking for tiny patterns a human would never, ever catch. Like a tiny change in vibration that means a bearing is starting to go. And finally, boom, the AI finds that little telltale sign of trouble and sends a super precise alert. This lets the maintenance team schedule a fix before anything catastrophic happens. And there's a really crucial piece of this puzzle that makes it all work so fast: edge computing. See, instead of sending all that data way off to some distant cloud server, it's processed right there on the factory floor. What does that mean for you? It means you get analysis and alerts in milliseconds. And when you're trying to prevent a failure, that kind of speed is absolutely critical. All right, the tech is super cool, I get it. But what does this actually mean for a business's bottom line? Let's talk about the real-world payoff. Because this isn't just some theory on a whiteboard. The results are tangible, you can measure them, and honestly, they're pretty staggering. Let's kick things off with the biggest killer of productivity out there: downtime. Get this, industry studies are showing that predictive maintenance can slash equipment downtime by up to 45%. Just let that sink in for a second. That's nearly half of all your lost production time, just gone, recovered. That's not just some abstract number on a slide. That translates directly into more stuff getting shipped, fewer deadlines getting missed, and a much, much healthier bottom line. And it's not just about making more. It's also about spending less to do it. Because you're only fixing what actually needs to be fixed right when it needs it, companies are seeing their maintenance costs drop by as much as 25%. Think about it. No more money thrown away on replacing perfectly good parts just because the schedule says so, and you can say goodbye to paying extra for those crazy last-minute emergency repairs. But you know what? The benefits go way beyond just the money. It's a ripple effect. When your machines are running at their best, your product quality goes up. When you prevent those huge catastrophic failures, you're making the workplace safer for everyone. You can even fine-tune your spare parts inventory because you know exactly what you'll need and when you'll need it. And all of that together, It leads to more reliable production, which means happier customers and stronger relationships. So, yeah, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? But let's be real. Getting there isn't as simple as just flipping a switch. We're talking about a genuine revolution here. And like any revolution, there are going to be some challenges and a really exciting road ahead. Yeah, this path to implementation, it takes some commitment. For sure, there's an upfront investment in all the sensors and the AI platforms. But even more important is the data. The whole system is only as good as the data you feed it. So high-quality, consistent data is an absolute must. And finally, you've got to invest in your people, right? Training your teams so they have the new skills to work alongside these super smart systems. And if we really want to peek into the future, we've got to talk about this amazing concept called the digital twin. Okay, picture this. It's a live, virtual replica of a physical machine, a complete copy that lives in a computer, and it's constantly being updated in real time with all that sensor data. This lets engineers run simulations, test out different what-if scenarios, and optimize maintenance, all in the virtual world before anyone ever has to pick up a wrench. I mean, that is the next level of precision right there. So, this all brings us to one final, pretty unavoidable conclusion. The whole "is this going to happen" question, that's over. It's no longer a question of if, but when. AI-powered predictive maintenance is already creating factories that are safer, way more efficient, and more reliable than we ever thought possible. So really, the only question left for every single organization out there is, how quickly can you adapt?